and this is Janneke Brouwer with a new design for shellac. I will show you in this video how to make a striping and dotting design. As a base I've applied the Brisa Light sculpting system on the natural nail. Of course, this design, what we are going to do is also applicable on a natural nail. When you apply the design on a natural nail, you have to start with shellac base coat. The Brisa Light sculpting gel as a base, we don't need to apply the base coat from shellac before we start with the color. So we can go straight on with applying the color on the nail. Before applying the color, and we use overtly onyx now, you have to shake the bottle vigorously so the adhesives can do their jobs on the nail. Just apply a thin layer of overtly onyx on the nail, very thinly, and be sure to seal it on the top and straighten it out. A thin layer on the entire nail. Turn the finger to apply it on the right angle of the nail on the front, so it will sit as a shell on the entire nail. When there's some residue on the skin, remove it with an orange wood stick. Apply this on all 10 nails, and then this layer can cure for 2 minutes in the CND UV lamp. Here you can see as a base I've applied the overtly onyx as a thin layer. Don't worry, we are going to fade with different colors now, and the colors we are going to use are Moonlight and Roses, Silver Vip Status, Lobster Roll, Black Pool, Cream Puff and overtly onyx. Before starting with the colors, I have applied a little drop of each color on the back of a photo paper on the glossy side. For the fading, I use a flat oval number 6 gel brush from CND. Push the brush into the colors you are going to use for the fading. As you can see, I have Cream Puff on the brush. Apply a thin layer, just push it through with the brush. Because it's shellac, you can correct it. You have the time to correct it because it won't dry without a UV lamp. So don't worry, take your time. Over all 10 nails. Clean your brush in isopropyl alcohol to go to the next color. I will take the Silver Vip Status now on the brush, and I will apply this on the sides, just over and into the Cream Puff. You need to work very thinly, because otherwise, because you're using different colors, the layer will become too thick and it won't cure correctly in the lamp because of the thick layer. So thin, just brush it into the Cream Puff. Clean your brush every time on a piece of paper so you can start again with a fresh layer of Silver Vip Status. What you will achieve by doing this is that the colors will fade. You can create a sort of candy cane effect. This is still the base for the design we are going to make. So the little sparkles will be shown when the top coat will be applied. Okay, next color, Moonlight and Roses. Fade it into the design from the cuticle line over the entire nail. You can see beautiful pinkish pearly effect coming on the surface of the nail. Just fade it in with the brush. Don't worry if you've got stains in your white. Remember, it's just the base. Be sure to press it into the colors already applied on the nail, so the layer will remain thin and even. Sure to check if there's not any residue on the skin. Remove it before going into the UV lamp with the orange wood stick, and then cure this layer for 2 minutes in the UV lamp. For the design, we are going to use a striper pencil, and you can see it's a brush with a very long tail. Just be sure to dip the brush in the color you are going to use. I'm using Cream Puff now, but you can make your own choice of color, of course. With a striper pencil you can make beautiful stripes in a design whatever you would like to choose. Just slide it over the nail. If you work with the tip, you can make very small stripes, as you can see. I'm not using any pressure, just using the tip. If you want a thicker line, just press the brush downwards and you can wiggle it so you can have kind of a wave. You can make a straight line if you want. Just be sure that the brush has enough of shellac. As you can see, A straight line is also possible. Turn the finger so your design can be placed properly. And also here with the straight lines, you're working with the top of the brush. You can make them really thin. Be sure to place your design not every time on the same spot, but make it diverse. If you're using a different color, you can make another effect over your design. I'm using black pool now, and black is a shadow. When you're using a darker color, it gives a low light effect, like a shadow. Be sure to use it under a lighter color in your design, because the lighter color will be the highlight and therefore will give a beautiful effect on your design. So the darker color will be your low light, like a shadow, and the lighter color will be your highlight, like the sun. If you use this rule in design, colors will pop up. As you can see, the white and the black will give a 3D design. For the next effect, to complete the design, I will show you how to make little dots. And we do that with a dotting tool. It's a simple implement with a little dot on the one side and a bigger dot on the other side. So you can make small and larger dots. So we'll be going to put some little dots in the design with the lobster roll. Just press your dotting tool into the lobster roll or any color of your choosing and press the dots into your shellac layer. Be sure when you place the dots to set them straight and don't lift your dotting tool sideways, otherwise your dots won't be nice and round. If you want little dots, little presses and less shellac on your dotting tool. If you want bigger dots, more shellac on your dotting tool and bigger presses. Take a different color, and I will take the Moonlight and Roses now, and I will place it on the black pool and press some little dots on one of the stripings so you can see the effect of the Moonlight and Roses into the background of the black pool. Because of the black, the pink will pop up. And you can see that the design is reaching its final goal. This is a very busy design because I wanted to show you a few techniques in just one nail. But of course you can use the dotting technique and the striping technique separately. A simple stripe on a nail will give beautiful effect. You can choose to place some little dots into one color so you can get a sort of 3D effect into your little dots. Just let your creativity go and make your own design with different colors, different stripes, and have fun. This layer will cure for 2 minutes into the UV lamp. When the nails are cured for 2 minutes in the UV lamp, I'm going to apply a thin layer of shellac top coat to give it beautiful and resilient shine for 14 days or even longer when you have applied the Brisa Light as a base. The shellac top coat can be applied a little bit thicker than the color coat. This layer of shellac top coat needs to be cured for 2 minutes also in the UV lamp. After curing the shellac top coat in the UV lamp, you have to remove the top film. It's a sort of sticky layer and we have to remove this with isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free pad. Then apply a thin layer of solar oil on the cuticles. Massage it in. Be sure to massage the top of the finger also. Use a little bit of Sensations lotion. You can get them in 16 flavors. And massage the hand to complete your surface. And just look at this result. I would say have a lot of fun with stripes and dots. And be sure to show your designs to me on YouTube or Facebook. See you next time.